Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Well, I can't really see all that well. Betsy and I had our eyes dilated this afternoon, and so if I look a little weird, it's because I feel a little weird. So we are at up to number 29 in the Enlightenment Chronicles. This is a single line, just as I told you that it would be, and it is a single line, but it opens itself up to very rich commentary. So the line is, "What can you know prior to the sense of being?" What can you know prior to the sense of being? So this sense of being is the sense of life. Yeah, it's lifing. It's that sense of being alive. A sense of the best way to put it probably is the sense of aliveness. So this sense of aliveness, what can we know if we didn't have first the sense of aliveness? Well, I don't think we can know anything, can we? I mean, we got to be alive before we can know anything. So this sense of life, the sense of being here, the sense of living, this that's what's critical. And prior to birth, the birth of these units, I don't think you had that. I certainly can't remember anything about it. And people that can, that's fine, but I have some reservations on all that. What I know is that the sense of being arises with consciousness. And consciousness, I believe, it may start in the womb, but it's a sure thing that it starts out here in the world. So I'm going to just vote with that for now. So the consciousness that we have, in the absence of it, we can't know anything. So the sense of being, and we mentioned this one time before, is the foundation upon which the world and everything else is built upon. Where the universe is built upon the sense of being. You and your world are built upon the sense of being. My world, because there's so many worlds, because every point of view creates a different world. It just does. That's the way it works. Creates a different point of view because these genes are different and the conditioning that they're coming through is different. And the conditions of the moment are always different. It's just absolutely an endless mix. So, so there's a unique bit of we'll say DNA. There's unique DNA, and there's unique circumstances in life, unique conditions, and unique conditioning, which we'll be getting from the world and everybody in it. Our parents play a huge role in this earlier, and the rest of our family plays a role too. Um, as well as when we get a little older, our teachers and stuff really have a lot of influence. But what I want you to notice is that prior to consciousness, because this sense of being it is consciousness itself. So so when you say I notice the sense of being, what you're really saying is I notice myself, right? That's what you're really doing. It may not feel like it may not work out that way with language for you, but that's what it is. So this sense of being is the key element for each one of these units, for each one of these stories. Every body, meaning two words, every body has a has a story. Everybody has a story. And the only thing that doesn't have a story is awakeness itself, because it doesn't have a point of view. Awakeness has no point of view. We provide points of view, which provide experience. This or the sense of experience or awakeness, the sense of what it would be like to be a human being on this planet uh, in the present day. Yeah. So, and particularly what it would be like to be a Fred human unit, yes, or a Susan human unit, or whoever the human unit. So it's each one of these things is unique, and so there's a unique view, And there's going to be what? There's going to be unique behavior. There's going to be a unique belief system. There's going to be a unique seeing. Meaning that really it's a different world. I remember Ramana Maharshi talking about it, or it wasn't Ramana. It was Ramana or Nisargadatta one. I can't remember, but was talking. I think it might have been Ramana. About worlds upon worlds upon worlds. I've heard Ken Wilber say that too, and that's when I first got it. Was when I heard Ken say it, but later on I heard the dead masters saying it. And in each one of these worlds, it's all one thing. It's a billion different worlds, but it's all occurring within the same thing. Think of if you were to throw out a bunch of granules of something, right? Of tea, and you put it in the ocean. And if you could, if there was enough of it, you could have tea everywhere, and every ocean would taste like salty tea. And that's the way that this is. There's one taste. That's one of the words for this is one taste. Because you'd have one taste. That's the key. And so this one taste is happening through multiple units, through all these units, through hundreds of thousands of units, through millions of units, through billions of units. And think about historically how many billion. So it's all of this is really one thing, and it's playing out, and it plays out, and there's constant change as it plays out, and we call that change time. But there really isn't any time as we see it conventionally. Just doesn't exist. You are beyond space and time, although this relativity is all about space and time. That's what it has to. It's built on space and time. So Einstein can say, "Wow, it's all about space and time," or whatever, and he can be right. But at the same time, he's not right. So he's right from that scientific view, particular scientific view. There are other scientific views that would view it quite differently and would view it more in line with what I'm talking about. So we have in common. We don't have in really. It's not that we have in common with every other unit. There are no separate units. They appear to be separate, but they're, in truth, there's no world, there's no units, there's no nothing. But we don't need to talk about that here right now. You eat an elephant one bite at a time, and that's the way we'll do this, one bite at a time. So this is your bite for today, which is the 17th, 18th, 17th of March, at least when I'm cutting this. So this is your taste, and thank you very much for showing up for it. I'll see you later. I love you. Bye-bye.